Our unemployment, we can get a hard figure on that. It's 68,000, about 8.8% of our workforce. And our workforce is up a little around 700,000 plus. Underemployment, I would guess, is probably maybe double that. It could be 16%. But we've got a lot of people that have the capability of earning a lot more money they've got, but they went out and took the job that was available. And so both of those are worrisome. Both of those, I think, are efforts that we're making with Project 60 and trying to attract the kind of companies that we've had some success with this year. The Chobani yogurt plant, I think is one that at least for the Magic Valley area, not only has an immediate impact of $128 million investment in the creation of 400 jobs within the next 8 to 10 months in the Magic Valley area, but the potential for growth in that is probably up to 1,500 jobs with a $300 million investment, because that company's been growing at the rate of about 300% a year in their market penetration. Allstate, I felt in Pocatello was, and that was 600 jobs. C3 in Twin Falls, another 800-900 jobs. The ground force expansion and the underground force expansion in Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls area, both big for high-paying jobs. But even with the amount of unemployment we have, the last number I saw, we had 17,000 jobs that went unfilled. That people can't get people to fill those jobs. And some of it has to do with the fact that for, admittedly, 24, 28 months, people have been on unemployment. In some cases, the new technology and new application for a job moves so fast that they're 24 months behind in their education on that. And so through our community colleges, through the Eastern Idaho Technical Schools, through the Northern Idaho, through our education system within the state, we have to get those people up to speed so that they are job ready when those jobs do come. So Project 60 has been an effort to grow the employment ranks in the state and get those folks that want a job.
You mentioned the 17,000 jobs that went unfilled, and I looked at the list of some of those jobs just to see what kinds of things are still out there. A lot of them were minimum wage jobs, part-time, that kind of thing. For somebody who maybe had a $50,000 a year job or $40,000 a year job, got laid off, is on unemployment, chances are their unemployment check might be a little bit more than that minimum wage job. So I guess, at what point do people say, okay, I'll take the minimum wage job, or should I hold out for something that maybe I'm better suited for that could pay me a little bit better?
Well, a lot of entry-level jobs pay a lot less than perhaps a job that I may have had. But if I look at it as an entry-level job, or if I look at it that I'm going to get that minimum wage the rest of my life, frankly, I think that's the wrong way to look at it. I can't think of a job that I didn't start when I was beginning my career where I got paid pretty close to the minimum wage, but as I proved myself and as I proved my value to that employer and to the employee group, that my wages went up, my salary went up when I finally got on a salary, but I grew with the job. So there are a lot of jobs out there that as you say, may be minimum wage jobs, but they're also entry level, and that's entry level to a career in some cases.
What about some of those folks who've had careers or who are 40 or 50 years old who have a family and a mortgage? They're kind of in a different situation than someone right out of college who can take the entry-level, lower-paying job with hopes of working up.
Well, Listen, that isn't anything that almost every generation hasn't experienced, and we lived through it. You know, as I said, I was raised in a family with 9 kids. My dad was an electrician, and it wasn't unusual for him to come home after 6 or 8 months on a particular job saying, that job ended, and until I find another job, we're just going to have to cut back. We're going to have to do as well as we can with what we've got. And but that didn't stop him from taking the next job that came, even though maybe it didn't pay the same amount that the job did before. But as he got in and proved himself, went forward with his career, went forward with his job. So, but the unemployment can't go on forever. And so we got to get on with our lives as quick as possible. And once again, some of those jobs are entry-level pay. But some of those jobs also provide for security. There's nothing secure about unemployment. It also provides for, in some cases, insurance, or at least a modest insurance policy. And I can't answer your question because I'd like to find the person that could. Sure, there's no question that I think a lot of people are downsizing, especially those that have lost their job. And if they had a $50,000 job and had a 2,000 square foot house, they may be looking for a 1,400 square foot house now as a result of that. If they can sell the old one, that's all part of the more jobs that we create in the state and the more options that we can give to folks for jobs, for careers. It's not just a job environment that I want to create, it's a career environment that I want to create.